healthier, better.
We are today here for a retro. Why are you laughing?
No, continue.
We're here for a retro. Jordan is our special guest today.
Very special.
So Stacey sent me a viral drink. So we're gonna try it today. She's actually so confident in it. She's actually gonna mix it together on air. Don't screw up. Let's see.
First try.
I'm always confident.
It's true. Even when you're not.
He asked if I wanted to measure it. I said, absolutely not.
Okay, what's that first one there?
Espresso.
Let's do this.
So if people are listening and not watching, so Stacey's putting in on eyeballing actually espressos.
Already shaking.
So if you're making this at home, it's about 2 espressos, 3 if you really want to party it up over a lot of ice.
You might need more ice. It's just gonna get warm.
That's okay.
A million degrees.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right, and now she's putting in, she's actually gonna whip the cream.
Yeah,
Or
you
no?
have
Or
to.
cherry Coke first.
Sure, why not?
So we're putting cherry Diet Coke
You can make it your own.
in first. And it's supposed to be like a cherry espresso float.
I guess so. I don't really know. It just looked tasty.
It did look tasty.
Trying not to spill it.
Try not to shake, hands are shaky. This is why we need robots.
Aaron gets
No.
the gangster lean cup.
Look at me.
3.
Need like 3 cups in one.
Smells pretty bomb.
I know, right? Okay, now.
So now she's putting some sugar-free vanilla into the cups.
Seems like a lot.
Seems like a lot. Always eyeballing.
This is like me making the energy drink.
Fun fact, while she's mixing this up, when we did our 1-year anniversary party, we did tequila, what was
I'm
it?
gonna use quite a bit. I
Tequila
need a tequila spritz.
spritz. But she eyeballed the tequila and everybody had to like Uber back home. Because if they're like, I think I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
It's true.
What?
Some people drove or didn't. They got rides for the 2nd year party.
Yeah.
Good save.
Yeah, one person who came and they tried the drink and like
She's
Stacey
like,
was,
I gotta wait a while.
yeah, she's like, okay. I'm like, oh, are you heading out? She's like, I think I should just hang out for like 30, 45 minutes. We gave her like a water.
I
Like,
have a heavy pour.
Do you guys have a bed in here?
Yeah.
Stay overnight?
funny.
I have a heavy pour, okay? But you'll always enjoy it, so.
That's true. You always get a little stemmed out.
Whoa, it's not done yet.
I'm just-
Oh, okay, all right.
I gotta do the nose taste first.
Okay, well, do you want to start talking while I'm frothing here?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so Jordan, crazy. So did you know that today is the 1-year anniversary of you doing the first podcast?
No way.
Yeah. So the only reason why I know that is because Facebook gave me a memory.
Yeah.
I was like, Jordan, what's on your podcast today?
It's also none of it day.
It is
What?
none of it day.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Wow.
I saw it on my calendar.
Yeah, me too.
As
It's
a
the only reason
teacher.
I know.
I don't know
Yeah.
what none of it day is,
Me
but
neither.
It's the day of the none of it.
well, we don't have an Ontario day. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what it actually is for.
We don't know anything about Canadian
We'll
history.
edit that out. It's fine. We won't. We'll keep it in. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of crazy. We invited you on the retro. We didn't even realize it's the anniversary of you coming on.
Yeah, now I'm like a regular.
It's true. Yeah, you got promoted to like a regular on the series.
Yeah, people love you.
Yeah, it's true.
Excellent.
Yeah, especially the girls.
There
Oh,
we
God.
go. Oh, God.
So funny.
Here we go. Now we're frothing.
Now we're
here.
frothing?
Now we're frothing.
What'd you do today, Jordan?
I packed some orders and got prepared for this.
Sick.
As you can tell by my attire, I got so prepared.
Yeah, but it's so
What'd
hot
you
outside.
do to get prepared for this?
I put these on.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I think I slept in these, so
Nice.
put on some deodorant, put some spray, also known as an Italian bath.
And it works though.
Yeah.
No judgment here. Okay. That's probably good. I'm also over it.
Let's do this. It's better to be as good as the internet makes it.
I hope so.
Because right now I saw that the new viral thing is candied salmon. It's like, I feel like that's been around for like thousands of years. So how is this going viral? Can I have a little bit? Otherwise I'm going to have to leave the podcast.
Oh, I forgot you're lactose.
Yeah, I'll just take a little
Fuck,
bit.
we forgot he's lactose.
You tell me when.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. You need this guy.
Yeah. Catch my gurgles on the podcast.
Right. Okay, that's for Aaron. I go heavy on the cream always. No, I didn't put any in
I know.
I gotta froth some more.
Look at that. That looks
That looks like
That
pretty
looks
aesthetic.
like something.
Yeah. That doesn't look that
That
bad.
looks like my toilet.
Whoa.
Sorry. Imagine clear toilets. That would be the
No.
worst invention ever.
So I train a person at their house, and their toilets and their whole washroom is black.
Okay.
And he's like, I just don't want to see what goes down.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
Some
been on a
issues. And then
black
you should-
toilet before.
Yeah, but you should look at your poop.
Fair.
Tells you a lot about your health.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You look at it and you go, geez, I don't want to know what I have.
Here you go. Damn. I forgot I had mucho burrito.
Oh, God.
Fun fact about Stacey too, she loves cow prints, anything.
I do. It's true. Like how people like cheetah print. I like cows. Cows are my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever met an unhappy cow? He answers in a field. In a field, not on a plate. Not on
Yeah, I
a
was
plate.
going to say, as a burger, maybe.
But they're just such relaxed beings.
Pretty
I
smart,
love
too.
them. I know. They're so happy looking. I just love them. Anyways, my friend got me this for my birthday one year. It's got cow prints and it's got hearts.
It's made of cow.
I know, right? Okay, we're just gonna go with this. Ooh, that's the froth. Ooh, that was good. Here,
All
let's
right.
put a little more in there. I won't put more in yours. I love all the cream. There we go.
Do we have to mix it? I don't think so. They don't.
Well, I have
Do a little
straw,
shakeroo.
so mine will probably look more.
Do that, like, that
Aesthetic.
viral one. What's a better sound than this?
yeah.
Okay, let's see.
All at the same. Fucking Aaron. all at the same time.
Aaron drank the whole thing already.
Okay, let's see.
It's good.
It's not bad, but it's not
Hate it.
good. You hate it?
I hate it.
You know you have to drink it.
It's not bad.
Do you need more vanilla?
Maybe. It's good.
It's interesting.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That
See? It
Yeah.
just
Case
needed-
of
That kicked it up.
It needed a
that
splash
kicked it
more.
up a lot.
a case of cherry
Do you want
diet
more
coke.
vanilla?
Sure, why not?
There's a lot going on, and it's like kind of curdling. I'm into it.
Drink it fast.
Yeah.
It shouldn't curdle.
Gonna chew it a little bit.
It's new cream. A Coke?
Yeah, like a float.
Yeah.
It wouldn't curdle though. Those are
Like
just
a
bubbles.
chewy
Curt-
Diet Coke.
No. Well,
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, with more vanilla, it's quite nice.
Should have eyeballed it more.
I think nowadays, if you like mix anything, a certain amount of anything into a drink and put it online, it'll probably go viral.
probably.
So true.
You do like a toilet bowl tequila.
People love it.
Yeah.
So much toilet talk.
So much.
Yeah,
so
very much porcelain day.
Excellent day. How's everybody's week been? It's been okay.
Good, busy.
Busy.
Yeah, we've been hella busy. I was gonna ask you, Jordan. You just did the UG series.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It was good. Yeah, we do it every year. I didn't do it last year though because of just what was going on in life. But this year, printed the merch for it, so that was good. It was busy. Good feedback from the merch. Sold my own stuff again, and same thing. Lots of good feedback about being back at events, and
That's cool.
it was nice to be back.
Do they give you a design?
Yep.
And then, or did they say run with it?
Yeah, so they gave me a design, and I just kind of clean it up a little bit and make it printable. A lot of people who have ideas have very, like, here's what I want, can you make it so it's printable? So it's like lower quality, lower res stuff, or like, a lot of people nowadays will just chat GPT an image.
Oh yeah. Or
so-
use what's it called, Nano Banana or whatever?
Yeah, you can use Nano Banana or whatever, but
What?
it's Google's thing, right?
Chat-
Gemini?
Gemini's
Yeah.
Isn't it
image
called?
creator. So if you want to turn Lucy into like a girl, like a real girl.
Yeah, I turned
Someone did that
Lola.
and she kind of looked kind of like me.
I
And
turned
was
Lola
like,
into a human,
Makes
and
sense.
she had like big, and I was like, "This is awkward. This is a dog."
That's that's crazy.
Yeah, this is really weird.
It's crazy that they're like.
Remember when I gave her a wiener too?
Yeah, when she did, yeah, with Nano Banana actually, had her do a backflip, and then she grew,
It's true.
she grew a penis.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that
That's crazy.
happened. Like if I did a backflip
She
and that
gave
happened,
her a
that'd be
banana.
crazy.
I don't know why that we were
Give
what
her
we
a
were doing that it made that, but
Yeah.
I think you were just showing us something and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, that I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. That was hilarious because I remember you're like, oh look, like she did a flip and then you made her do like a double flip or something, banana, and then it just made her grow a pair.
Yeah, seriously.
It was kind of crazy.
I didn't know that's how it worked, so
I don't think it does.
I've been
I don't
practicing
use it,
backflips
so.
since then.
It's very funny.
No luck. I just keep falling on my neck.
Yeah, you look, damn.
Yeah, the UG series was good. It was outdoors, so it was hot. But they have tents for everybody. People bring their own tents. They had food at the lodge. They had Red Bull set up, and they did like Red Bull lemonades and slushies, and
Cool.
it was really good. It was really like they really take care of the athletes. And I mean, obviously they can't control the weather, but you know,
Was it really that bad?
for certain events like kipping pull-ups and stuff, it was raining, so it's kind of a little dangerous.
Did they try to like help with that? Give extra chalk? Like how?
They have like these like hand
The
pads and
wraps?
stuff. Yeah. So I mean, and they had this massive hill. You could see it driving in. It's got to be. I mean, it's a ski hill, so it's like just imagine like a tall ski hill. And they had this Red Bull tent at the top, and you could see it from like 2 kilometers away driving in.
Wow.
And that was the one that people had to run up with a sandbag. So people were not happy.
No, but what are you supposed to do? I guess, right? Because
Yeah.
you have to run it.
You remember those? I forget what it's called, but it's like the annual wheel of cheese, where they throw that big block of cheese down and people run. That's what it kind of looked like.
That's awful.
He's like,
Yeah, but
what?
there was no cheese at the bottom, just
And
injuries.
zero cheese.
Yeah, zero cheese.
How disappointing.
Yeah.
Are there other vendors for clothing, or was it just you?
I think this year was just us. I think they try to limit repeat vendors, which I love when I do events because it's competitive in a sense, but most people will just support no matter what.
Yeah.
Because like I did the merch for them, then had my merch set up. So people would visit their booth, check it out. And we even did on the tags, like collaboration with Bacon and Barbells. So people would see that, come over and see us and grab some
pretty
stuff.
cool.
So yeah, it was nice. It's really good
not
to be
bad.
back.
What's in with you, Aaron? All good?
Yeah, man.
Just chilling with the babes,
Learning backflips.
learning backflips. Aaron's like, no backflips.
No, he loves backflips.
What?
Yeah, he loves being tossed around.
Flipping the baby around.
Flipping a baby, tummy time.
Yeah.
Tummy time. That's so funny. Stacey, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Stressed out as always.
Okay.
But that's okay. Well, because we're coming up to close to the live show.
100th episode.
Sorry?
Yeah.
100th episode.
Yeah. So that'll be in October 16th. So we're trying to make sure everything's tight and the PR boxes. And I guess it's like, I don't want to say it's scary because I think we're going to fucking home run it. But it's probably this really big thing we're doing. Like, we want to sell out 250 seats. Like, we're not there to play around. But I think it'd be good. And then obviously we have the gym. And then we're building a secret project. I don't
Is
know.
it secret?
Yeah,
Secret. You
Is
talked
it
about it
so
on the last
secret?
podcast.
That's true. I wanted to test it out if you guys want to talk about it. Jordan,
Yes.
what secret project are we doing?
Stacey?
Aaron?
Are we announcing it? Should we announce it? Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Fuck you.
You sounded so nervous.
I was a little bit.
The three of us are in business together,
Yeah.
and we're starting a productivity drink. And we hope to be Canada's first
I think
productivity
Will be
drink.
Canada.
we will
Yeah.
be Canada's first.
That's our goal. Crazy formula that Norm came out with. He's the mastermind behind it. And basically from there, we're all just working together to get this thing done right, get it to market, and really change the way Canadians specifically right now look at a typical energy drink. You know, we want to really take the base of an energy drink and take it to the next level. So I don't know if you want to talk about ingredients or formula or anything yet. Maybe that's under wraps a bit, but the goal I think right now is calm focus, sustained energy, a formula that I don't think anybody has seen around, that I've never seen before. And we're all chronic energy drink drinkers.
Yeah.
So I think it's taking everything we've seen and enjoyed about energy drinks over the years and thinking, can this do more? You know, can we do more with this? Because I know my personal experience is if I have an energy drink, there are certain ingredients I like to add to it to get more of a
Out of it.
synergistic effect. So for me personally, like theanine, cytocholine, things like that. So maybe those will show up in the drink.
Maybe.
But yeah, we are extremely excited. It's been a very big learning process already. We've been doing this for what, 2 months, 3 months or so?
Well, it's funny because originally we had an idea of what we wanted to do with Northern Hydration. And then it kind of grew into something else. We're still going to work with them. But it grew into something else because we were just like pondering ideas. And it's like, it just became one of those things. It's like, let's just actually create another company and be consistently stressed out.
Yeah, it actually kind of
It's no
ties.
big deal.
It ties back into the 100th episode. The event, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's kind of funny, like
That's
thinking
how it
about
started.
you saying that. It's funny how it went from that original idea to so completely different, completely owned company, and completely different formula, completely different everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, like the guys, when you see the label that Jordan created and like how it looks on the can, it's fucking beautiful. It's so beautiful because, I mean, what we're looking for is like, this is not really an energy drink, it's a productivity drink. And at the end of the day, we're giving you premium ingredients. And the way that Jordan designed and put everything together, it's just so luxurious looking. Like, it's every time we showed some people, like, what do you think about this design? They're like, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like, because with energy drinks, like, it's so aggressive.
very.
It can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
Like, which ones do you think are not?
Alani knew. I don't
That's
drink
true.
that. I like their cans, but they're meant for girls. But they give me a headache.
I don't like their cans.
But you're not a girl.
I know, but like,
Do a backflip.
dude, fuck, all right, guys. It'll go the reverse.
Tucks right in.
Tucks right in, yeah. Put the lotion in the basket.
Oh God. Yeah, like the big thing with energy drinks I find is that labels are, primary colors, very bright, very bold, and I understand there's probably a marketing tactic behind that, right? But like my personal approach was to almost be more mature. We didn't want to consider this an energy drink. We don't want to consider this an energy drink. Perhaps by Health Canada standards, we have to label it as such.
Yeah.
But with the formula we have, it goes so far beyond that, and I feel like the design needed to replicate that instead of, I don't want to name any names of brands, but, I just find a lot of them are very, it almost seems like they're geared towards children, like primary colors, very bright, cartoonish, and, you're getting the adults who probably don't really care. They see it, they want it, they try it, they like it, they continue to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So our approach, I think, is just more subdued. And I think that's the kind of approach with the formula too, is it's not going to knock your socks off, but when we all tried the samples, we were completely blown away.
That was
Like
fun.
the day I tried it, I ran 3K. You're like, dude,
You were in the
playing
fucking
drums while
zones.
yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Then I did a leg workout after. It was. I felt like I could go all day.
But for some odd reason too, at the same time, it wasn't overstimulating.
No.
No.
Like, it was just such. It was so hard to describe because when we messaged in our group about it, it was like, it's odd because I feel so locked in.
Yeah.
But I don't feel stimmed out.
Yeah. No jitters.
No.
None of the stuff you would get if you drank several energy drinks. And I think that's due to the formula being almost every ingredient works synergistically with another, and they don't kind of clash with each other. They are very complementary, and yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's honestly going to blow people away. I really do.
Yeah, I think the design is beautiful. Our even the size of the can, I think we're doing something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the way we're tackling people, like the point of our drink is for people to tackle busy days. and want to like be focused. Like honestly, hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot, but like our drink is not meant for like it's like, you know, you want to be bombed with caffeine and you just want to be stimmed out for like a heavy leg day or whatever. It's for, you got a long day ahead, you need to do some office work, creativity work, meetings, podcasts. It's for people who want to, let's just say they want to create a momentum in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the, you see what I did there?
I do.
But it's for them for that. And I wanted to ask you guys, like, what's so far the biggest lesson that you guys learned from creating this? And for me, it's been like what we're allowed in Canada, right? Our first formula that we were doing before, we had to scrap it because we were like, what we wanted to put in, you could go to Healthy Planet and get and buy, but you can't put it in a drink.
Yeah, Canada has a lot of restrictions.
A lot of restrictions. So it's like we had to reevaluate what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because obviously the States have like no restrictions basically.
Very minimal,
right?
If any.
And then the second thing I didn't know that was cool to learn is like we legally didn't want to put, not legally, we didn't want to put energy drink because that's not what we're going for.
Yeah.
But legally we have to put energy drink because if in Canada, if you have more than 65 milligrams of caffeine,
so, I believe,
you legally have to put energy drink, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to really be categorized as that. We're better than that, to be honest with you. So it was interesting that like we had to do that, and now I see cans differently. I don't know if you guys do, but if I see like Diet Coke, that's why they put less than 65 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
So they don't have to put energy drink on it. So for me, that was like a crazy learning experience that we have to, and then obviously when we were all like planning things, like I totally forgot that we have to put French.
Yep.
Despite how you feel about French, but
French.
But it just ruins. Sorry, it doesn't ruin.
It's French people.
It just
ruined
it creates, because you only have so much real estate on a can.
Yes.
And but before when you were designing things, I was like, fuck, this is so beautiful, and then you're like, I have to pivot because I have to like add this in the French, and so that's what I've learned so far when it comes to making it with the product. What about you guys? Stacey, let's start with you since I'm looking at you.
I know. I feel so on the spot.
As we take our sips.
Yeah, take your sips because it's delicious, right? I don't know. I don't really. Well, you did the formula. You guys do that all stuff.
Yeah, but you were part of that.
Well, I don't really know. So maybe that's what I've learned. I have to learn what the supplements are.
I think too, like
I have no idea. I just drink it, and then I'll just say how I feel.
Yeah,
Which I think is good though, because I don't think most people do know what's in an energy drink. Like if you go pick one up off the shelf, like I don't know. I don't know very many people who know what each individual, like I know about immune system supplements, but not.
Like how many people are really looking at that? Like I feel like they pick it up or they know a brand and they probably don't care what's in it. They more so just care. I think most people look at caffeine content and they go max caffeine, perfect. You know, especially in the States, it's like 300. I think with what we have, we can get that same effect without any of those negative side effects.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the superpower that you have for the team is that the same thing with the gym. Well, you have a lot with the gym, but the same thing with the gym is like you understand the consumer.
I try.
Like you understand the consumer as a female. You understand the consumer as a label, right? So that's why I feel like you're giving us good feedback. You're like, this is too aggressive.
Yeah.
This is like, because we want to be able to show like, do you guys think that predominantly guys or girls drink energy drinks?
Guys.
I feel like it's like a 70-30. I think it's
70.
big.
For guys.
But again, then like look at Alani. I see mostly women drinking Alani. But like something like Monster or Ghost or whatever, I feel like Ghost is pretty even.
Either way.
But you know, I feel like a lot of these companies like Rainstorm maybe made those with the intent, obviously, to be a little more health conscious, but I feel like, you know, the slim can is more appealing than just this big tall can for men. But actually, now that I think about it, it's probably closer to, it's probably 60-40, I think, for men
I don't think
Men
so. I
to
think
women?
it's higher
Yeah.
for men. I don't know very many girls who drink energy drinks at all.
I know a couple.
But I feel like some people are like cautious of the caffeine.
Yeah.
So if they think it's got too much caffeine,
Yeah.
I am the opposite of that. So I want the most caffeine.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, I think that's probably the one thing people look at the most is they turn the can over and they go caffeine. They don't, they're not going to go, wow, 1,000 milligrams of taurine. I'm going to get ripped. They're just going to go coolers, taurine, whatever.
Yeah.
Coolers, ginseng, whatever.
I agree. Yeah.
And then they like how it feels.
Yeah.
But after a while, I think, and I've even noticed this too, like Batch 27, for example, I love those drinks. I think they're fantastic. And it's almost become, at first you drink it and you're like, wow, this is great. I really feel this. Then you just get into a habit. And then you're like, I just drink this because I like it, because it's a part of my day. It's like ritualistic now. And I think that's what can happen with what we're doing as well. Because it's not going to make people feel jittery. It's not going to make people feel crazy or anything like that. I think it's a very smart drink.
It is a smart drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think too, what we're doing, because we're going to have 2 versions of our drink. And I think that's going to be a huge game changer, because that's going to separate us from the stereotypical, because most of the time people are like, oh, I don't really like energy drinks or whatever. I'd rather have coffee. We solved that problem for you. You don't have to have caffeine in this one, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 different versions. Another thing that I think we learned, and I think it's good that you thought about this, but when you get into a territory when it comes to food and beverage, you really have to think about like people who are irresponsible. And it's like, it's sad, but it is so true. Like, some stupid person will drink 5 or 10 of them and will legally, try to sue us, which is so silly, because it's like the warning labels are there. Like, I think Alani Nu had that, right?
Almost every energy drink right now has a lawsuit pending, right? And that's one of the things that kind of, I brought up to you guys in a little bit of a panic, because it's one of those things, like obviously you have your due diligence with the warning labels, you have your due diligence with caffeine content, breastfeeding, all that stuff, those warnings, pregnancy, whatever. But like you said, it goes beyond that for some people, where they go, wow, this tastes really good, and I don't get all the crash, so I'll have another, and then I'll have another, and then another, and then they end up in the hospital with heart palpitations or something. And then you have to, or your company has to spend time defending itself as to why. Like, why, if there's negligence on your part, or how can they determine negligence on your part? And I think that's one of the good things we looked at too was, we have every piece of legal, what's the word I'm looking for? We have everything we're doing right in terms of lawyers, in terms of insurance, beverage insurance. We can only
insurance.
liability.
Fuck, we got all the insurance.
We can only protect ourselves so much, because somebody is going to do that at some point, because it happens all the time. And you start to wonder if they're doing it just so they can maybe get a payout,
I mean, it is true. It is true. I mean, it's also like such negligence. Like, I'm pretty sure, I think it was Alani Nu, a 18-year-old or a 19-year-old drank 20 Alani Nus in one day, and she passed away. Now, I'm going to be as respectful as possible, but that seems like an obvious dangerous line to walk. Like, 20 of anything. Like, 20 beers, 20 shots, it's 20 coffees. 20 coffees.
Yeah, that'd be in the hospital, no problem.
Like, so it's just hard, because it's like we have such a special thing. Like, we have something so special with what we're doing, but all it takes is one person not respecting the formula. Not respecting, like, this is special for a special moment. And that's, to be honest with you, it is scary, because it's like, we're not trying to hurt people, but if people are disrespect like the labels, and also not understand, like, you can't have 20 of anything like that. 20 waters, sure, but anything like that. So that's really scary, because it's like, shoot, are we gonna be in a really bad way because somebody, disrespected the rules. I don't know.
One of the other things I read too. Is like negligence in terms of just like marketing on the label. So if you say something like, perfect example, Red Bull. Red Bull said, Red Bull gives you wings. That was their slogan for so many years.
Don't tell me somebody tried to jump off a building.
No, but they did sue Red Bull for $13 million because it didn't give them wings. So they settled.
That's so
I mean, it's a drop in the bucket for these companies who are making billions of dollars a year. They'll just say, here's some money, shut up, leave us alone. But
At a principle, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, it's just like,
You're not very smart.
What
That's what you think.
What type of jury or who's looking at this and going, well, I can see what that guy is talking about. It's like,
that person is an asshole.
The
though.
semantics are, it's just, why are we tying up the court system with things like this?
I mean,
I can definitely understand people getting hurt from negligence of like you said, not respecting the label. But there's only so far a company can go, and you think about that all the time, like you just said, with 20 beers, that'll send you to the hospital, but I don't really see people going after Molson or going after
I was thinking about that. Like, I'm curious, like, if somebody drank 20 Molsons, are they suing Molson?
No, Molson would come back and say, you're having a good time. You had the best night of your life. So
and there were light beers.
Yeah, you owe us.
Light beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Those
know.
were non-alcoholic. You're faking it.
Yeah. That's so funny. And so what about you? Like, what have you felt you've learned through this process so far?
I've never worked with anybody before in my adult business career. So working with you guys has been difficult for me because I don't know everything I've done in my business. I've done alone. Every decision I've made, I've had to make myself. Every risk I've had to take has fallen on me. So I've never had to ask anybody for help. So it's hard for me to ask for help. And you guys saw that a couple weeks ago where I brought up some concerns. I didn't know how to ask for help. And you guys took it upon yourselves to be like, do you need help? Are you okay? Because just with what we were doing with the formula, we were basically sampling everything ourselves. And a lot of the products we were trying to get, like pharmaceutical grade or beverage grade, were difficult to obtain. So the stuff we were using were as close as we could get to the finished formula, but there was still issues with sediment and issues with mixability, pH level, mixability, solubility. So it's like we had the formula, but we didn't have the right process to get there. And that's when, we were all able to work together and be like, where do we need to stop right now and figure out where to go from here? Because in my head, it was always and always has been just figure it out. You always have to figure it out, so figure it out. So working with you guys, I'm able to bounce ideas off you, get some feedback, and really take a step back and ask you guys for help, and vice versa.
I think too for us, it's a change too, because like people have to always remember when you work in a team, everybody communicates differently, right? Like, and so it's been really, really nice to see all of us understand how we have to communicate with each other, because that either honestly breaks teams or creates us stronger. And when we had that board meeting, basically, I think it made us stronger. Right. And so that was one, really refreshing, and two, it was nice to see that like on our side be like, okay, let's when you were expressing your concerns, Stacey and I were like, okay, let's put ourselves in Jordan's shoes, see how we're feeling. So it was nice that it takes away our ego and see how okay, how do we communicate this? Because it's it is always, I don't want to say tough, but when you get into business with friends, right? Because it's it's not you have a certain perspective, the other person has a certain perspective, and it's okay, how are we going to put this on the table and just explain how we feel? So I think that's been really, really nice. I think.
And we all have the same vision. You know, we've talked about this from the start. We know where we want to go with this. We know how we want to approach it. And it's just working backwards with these suppliers, these co-packers, beverage companies, whatever. It's just trying to figure all that out after having the vision and the idea. And that seems to be the hardest part now. It's like we've always been with the same mission, the same vision from the start, and working backwards to just make it happen the way that we want to. Obviously, it's going to change. It's already changed, right?
Yeah.
You know, some things have already changed. We had to reevaluate the formula a little bit, and we could actually go back and formulate it again with some of the stuff that we have taken out based on feedback from some of these companies who work directly with Health Canada. You know, they can say, you have this, you're allowed this amount. These work together, these don't. But at least we have more guidance instead of us kind of, you know, like I said, I think we had the best intentions of what we wanted to do with this. We never wanted to hurt anybody with this drink. We want people to enjoy it. We want them to taste it and enjoy it and come back and trust that it's a solid formula. And I think that's really the end goal. That's what we want. It's just to kind of disrupt the beverage market from what an energy drink is to what a productivity drink is. You know, I want that to kind of push the energy drink sector out a little bit, or at least turn it upside down and have people trust that, you know, the formula that we come up with is stacked.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's there to really, it's really there to help you. It's not there to fill a void in your day because you're tired.
That's a good point.
You know, because like when I drink an energy drink, that's essentially all it's for. You know, if I have a pre-workout, I'll skip the pre-workout, have an energy drink, whatever. But especially with the caffeinated and non-caffeinated formulas, the non-caffeinated would be perfect for shift workers, people who work out late at night, people who don't want caffeine at 8 p.m.
Or,
you know,
or people pushing that like, it's like 2, 3 p.m. and they still want to like get some big tasks done, and then still go to bed at 8 or 9 or whatever. Like,
yeah, not just limited to the gym.
Yes,
That's kind of where my head's at, but that's the biggest thing is it's not really just for, it's not even just developed for people in the gym. It's like you said, your everyday office worker, your shift worker, teachers, you know, anybody who wants a little bit of a cognitive boost without the you know, side effects, quote unquote, of caffeine, or people who are caffeine sensitive. You know, because exactly what you said, if I train 3 or 4 p.m., I won't have one. I won't have caffeine because I'll be up all night. So if we have a non-stim formula, caffeine free, count me in.
Stacey has like 4 coffees a day. And the 4th one's at 4 p.m. Sometimes 5. I don't know.
So it's actually interesting that the formula still
giving judgy looks to me.
It's interesting that the formula still felt good for you because your tolerance to caffeine is so much higher. Mine's quite low. Like I try to have like 200 milligrams a day. I keep it pretty low.
I try to keep it 4 and below.
I literally don't track it at all. I just have it when I want it.
Yeah, she's just like, I want to get charged up.
Always charged up.
Fuck, that's crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, like this whole process has been so interesting because I don't know anybody personally who would ever have the balls to try something like this.
Yeah, because really, truly, what we're doing is going to be very different than what people are used to. Because people are like, oh, it's just an energy drink. No. It's not an energy drink. It's a productivity drink. You know?
And that's a big distinction I think we want to make right off the bat. Because like even legally, if we have to call it an energy drink, on the label we'd prefer it to be productivity drink because it's actually productive. You don't just have to use it in the gym to get stuff done. You know?
Like, it's not just made to, I got to go for a workout. It's like, I don't know, I got to look over these spreadsheets for the next 3 hours or QuickBooks or podcasting or anything that's a task that you want to crush. You drink our drink. And I think it's cool too because obviously he wants to remain silent, but I don't know about you guys, but I feel like our silent investor is like very much a mentor to us too.
For sure.
Like he really cares about us as individuals, and also he really believes in the product.
And he's also a very successful businessman, and he is more what I really like out of it is it's not more is more for him. He's done what he's needed to do in his business. He's gotten out of the matrix, quote unquote. You know, he's comfortable. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah, he won.
And he really wants to pass that knowledge down.
Yeah.
He wants everybody in his circle to succeed. And I think that's where a lot of the trust comes in for us too, is we trust you are going to guide us with your past experiences, which may come into play or not, but at least we have those as reference, and we won't steer you wrong with what we think our demographic wants.
Yeah,
And we all have such different circles of connections. You know, I just think it's the way that we looked at this, I think it's too big to fail.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the episode. I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to one of our sponsors for the podcast, Methylene Blue. You can find this at Paradigm Supplements. We like to use it here at the podcast just because it helps with gut health, immune system, ATP performance. Use code GETALPHA15 for a little bit of money off. Other than that, let's get back to the episode.
We do.
Yeah, I think so too. The big thing too that really stood out to me with him, it was when we were going through like all this stuff that we had to deal with, and we're like, oh, we don't know. I mean, he literally called in and he like took off his investor hat and he's like, how are you guys? Like, how are you guys? Like, you guys okay? Like, and I think it was really encouraging and really sweet that he was just like, we could have we've been dealing with like a lot of stress in the last like 3-4 weeks, just in general, with like figuring out like where we're gonna go for this, where we're gonna go for sourcing for this, and he literally was like, stop, like you guys are gonna do this, stop it, you guys are gonna do this. And I think that's him seeing us as young founders and entrepreneurs, and I think that just showed how much he believes in us, because he could have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah, he could have been like, you guys are scaring me, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but he was just like, refocus, and let's get this going. You guys are doing the right thing, and this is part of the process. He even said like, I think we like talked like a couple of days ago, and he was just like, you know, like, I'm really happy for you guys and proud of you guys that like you guys are hitting. He didn't say roadblocks. I don't remember exactly how he expressed it, but you're experiencing these things that are tough, and you guys are working it through together naturally, which means that you guys are going to be successful. Like, I remember he told us, he's like, this is gonna, like, he loves this idea so much. He's like, this is gonna fly. This is gonna go. Like, he loved everything about everything. Yeah. So I think that's great.
Yeah. And it's good to have that feedback too. You know, as somebody who has, like I said, kind of done it all.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be a part of this. You could say, cool, I'll watch from the sidelines. Yeah. You know, you could say whatever, but the fact that he trusts in the vision just as much as we do says a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Stacey?
Not much. You guys have said it all.
I mean, I guess so.
Right?
Yeah. No. It's just like,
Aaron's giving me a thumbs up.
I mean, we still have obviously so much to go. We're like 10% of the way there, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be a long process, but I think where we're going now and what we have in mind to get this completed, I think is the right approach.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then we take what we've learned. We stop, we reevaluate. And we don't stop until it's done.
Yeah, I mean, even something simple, it's like, fuck, do we do with these flavors?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Before we were pretty set on flavors, and we're like, okay, do we try different flavors now? Like, it's all scary because it's like you doubt yourself, and you're like, okay, no, I think these flavors are good. And it's just, that's crazy.
Until you try to.
And then you're trying to think on the scale of as yourself and as everybody else. You know, I'm drinking this and I go, I like this. Would the world like this? You know,
which is a crazy thing to think.
Yeah, it's definitely not the right approach in my opinion, because it leads to
no, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I just I think it's so cool that we're thinking the world. You know what I mean? When you have like a gym or you have like a clothing brand, you're like, okay, my people will like this. But what we are doing, like, we're not doing this.
It's not one specific niche.
We're not doing this for fun. Like, we want to be the fucking best at what we're doing. Yeah. And so it's crazy, and I think in a cool way that we're like, fuck, like, we got to think of the world, of like thinking this and the masses.
like both being in, or all of us being in the fitness space, like I was telling you guys, when I go on my Instagram and I watch like all the stories, everyone's drinking energy drinks and everybody's rating them. This is what I like, this is what I don't like.
Yeah.
To them, they're showing off the energy drink. To me, it's all feedback. What do you like about this? What don't you like about it? You know, what specifically, is it the flavor? Is it the sweetness?
Yeah.
Is it the tall can versus the pop can?
How much carbonation?
Carbonation, pH, all those things. The end user doesn't think about that. You drink it and you go, cool, this is good. Or that other one we had the other
it's
day.
too sweet.
The other orange one we had the other day, like this is dog shit.
That was god
That was awful.
And
It was
then you start to think, okay, well,
That was
we know our idea is better than this. No offense to the orange dog shit company, but like,
It's fine. We didn't name them.
yeah, but like, if that's on the market and it's in stores and it's being sold,
yeah,
not to say
someone
the bar
bought
is
it.
low at all, but there may be a niche for that. Then maybe there's a niche for us too.
There definitely
And
is.
maybe it doesn't have to be a niche. Maybe it can be bigger than that. And I think that's where most of us are thinking is like, I think we've become experts at this point, just hopped up on caffeine every day, trying these drinks.
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing is like now all of us are like buying new ones that we're drinking.
Yeah, all for each other.
Yeah, we're like, what do you think about this? What do you think
Yeah.
about this? It's like, oh, this is shit. This,
I'll come
I
into the
love the taste
workout.
testing.
I'll come to workout. You guys are both here, and we'll just be trading drinks all the time. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I just think that's where it starts. It starts with us. It doesn't start with
Yeah.
you know, market research, marketing, any of that stuff. You can market your product out of your ass, and it could be terrible.
Yeah.
And I think the approach that we're taking is try everything, get the formula right based
Yes.
on what we like, what we see on the market, and go from there. You
yeah,
know,
I agree.
I think the sky is the limit.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Love that positivity.
Yeah.
She's proud as a teacher.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, so we're working on that now, guys. We're working on trying to get that out by the end of this year. But we're doing things right. We're making sure we're dotting our I's, crossing our T's. We want to be as critical as possible because
You have to be.
we have to be, especially with what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we want it, like, we know it's special, but we want people to see why. So,
And again, like people listening to this will, and then drinking it later will, well, like I don't know if respect is the right word, but will understand what we're saying. But I think for most consumers, it's very simple. I'll try it because it's an energy drink, quote unquote. If I like it, I'll continue to buy it. If it's Canadian, I'll continue to support Canadian.
Yes.
If I don't like it, it sits on the shelves. For us, it's much more of a risk in that regard. So we are really taking our time to try to figure out flavors, formulas.
Yes.
You know, it's so much deeper than just mixing ingredients together and calling it a day. But on our first sample, I'd say that was pretty damn good.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
You know, we were still missing a few ingredients that we couldn't source from
Yeah.
Just
overseas.
yet, yeah.
But yeah, like,
You even still it being not good without the other ingredients.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were missing 3 things,
Technically, yeah.
technically.
2 ingredients and one like,
And it was freaking awesome.
yeah.
It was freaking awesome. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I just.
WTF. I'll try.
Aaron's feeling left out.
I'll make you a batch.
You know, it's funny because he's like making batches and stuff like that for us to try, and the bottles that he's making it in,
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're like,
Like those science amber bottles.
yeah,
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
there's just like a green taped label being like,
but it's
does
cool,
not
man.
contain this.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very, very,
Science.
yeah, it's very science.
Yeah,
It looks pretty cool.
yeah.
But-
It's pretty beautiful.
Batch for sure.
Anything else about the drink? I guess until we, I think it's really important people to see too, like, because, like, it's basically us versus the energy drink world, and I think people need to see that like we have such great intentions, and I think it's important for people to see like our process, because a lot of people see like I would have loved to see the road of Red Bull. how they started
Yeah.
doing things, and so curious just as people. And I just think the world too, the energy drink world, I think is like suffocated by American brands.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think it's really important to show that, like, you know, with Canadians, like, we can rock that shit too. And especially, like, even it's funny because even when we created the formula, the design, we were like, how come people haven't done this yet?
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's our, like, you can't forecast sales, but you can see trends. And I think the trends now are going healthier, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people like think of energy drinks. Like even when I drink them at school, and everyone's like, "You're gonna die from that." I'm like, "Well, if this is what takes me out."
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. I think I sent you guys like a meme video or something that's like, oh, like they tell me I'm gonna die from an energy drink. I walk 10,000 steps a day,
Yeah.
eat my fruits and veggies. I drink 2 liters of water. I work
Yeah.
out 4 times a week, and I do cardio 3 times a week. If I have 1 energy drink or 2
Yeah.
in a week, I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a perspective. But what do you think the perspective is that people
I don't think
get
they
such
understand.
a negative?
They don't get it. Like they don't know what's in it, and I don't even fully know what's in it. But I also
We do now, though. You're
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
more educated now because you're in the
but,
business.
Yes, but before I had no idea what was in them.
Yeah.
so.
You're like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
Or this tastes
I'm a
great,
sucker
or
for
I feel
a cute
good.
label. If there's like flour, even with wine, if there's flowers or a dog on it, I'm gonna buy it. Like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna buy it. So it's like Alani Nu nailed that though.
Yeah,
they
they did.
knew exactly to go for girls.
Yeah.
And there is no girl supplement, but like every girl, I am sure has Alani Nus, and they're smart. At fall, they make like witch's brew, and like
So
they
true.
do. Yeah, they nailed it. It's all marketing. So it's very smart, very very smart. But I just don't think people know what's in it. So
We should make a flavor and be like Lola's brew. That'd be great. I don't know what that would taste like.
It's like backflips.
And what do backflips taste like?
I don't want to go there.
That's so funny.
I think that, to add to your question, I think a lot of it has to do with what people have seen in the news of
Yes.
like overconsumption and people
Yeah.
getting injured. I think that takes the spotlight more than, it's easy to say several people have gotten hurt from overconsumption of energy drinks. It's a lot harder to sell. Most people drink energy drinks and are fine. Like nobody wants to hear that. It doesn't sell. It doesn't get people to watch the news or buy newspapers or whatever. But if somebody is hurt from it, people are curious.
Yeah.
What's the brand? How much did they take? And this is not to discredit any of that, but it's usually something else that somebody is taking.
Yeah.
It's not just an energy drink is killing people.
Yeah, I think I think it was a year ago or a year and a half. There was this hockey player. He was like he was in high school, and he passed out on the ice from heart palpitations. And obviously, I'm not going to name the brand, but he had an energy drink and a scoop of pre. And it's like, well, it's tough because you're like, yeah, like that's
And you're exerting 90% of your heart rate
Yeah.
on the
at a
ice.
very young age.
Yeah.
like with a lot
You
of
shouldn't
stims.
need that many. You shouldn't need that much caffeine,
Exactly.
especially at that age.
Yeah, so it's just
That's
like
coming from me.
yeah, no, because it's tough because it's like yeah, like yes, no, don't do that.
And that's where I feel like the labeling comes into play, where it's like, who are you really marketing this toward? When you have 18-year-olds drinking your drink, which they're legal to buy and drink at that
Didn't
age.
Montreal just pass something or like, Ottawa that they have to show ID?
Yeah. I don't know if that passed, but I did see something about that.
I'm pretty sure. Which I mean, they're gonna at the end of the day, they're gonna find a way to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they get alcohol. I think they can get energy
Yeah.
drinks.
Well, another thing too is people mixing. I saw someone on my story the other day who had, I think it was the Ghost 7-Up, and they're like, "Oh, this tastes terrible with tequila." I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're the person we have to be worried about."
Well, what was the one that we had all the time when we were younger? What was it?
As we say, as we say, you fucking idiot, and we're like, which is the one?
Yeah, but everybody.
Four Loko.
I mean, let's be Four Loco. Jaeger bomb.
Thank
I mean,
you.
yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that was mixing Red Bull with.
But to be
Jaeger, so
fair,
gross.
kind of, you really just put this much Red Bull. You don't drink a full Red Bull when you have a Jaeger bomb.
No, but like people are still
It's dumb.
gonna do it.
People do dumb stuff. So it says they pass in Quebec that 18-year-olds have to show ID.
Okay.
So that's crazy. But again, I mean, they're just trying to put laws on it, but they'll find a way.
Yeah.
What is your age, monsieur?
I am 19. That was my worst French
I am
accent.
19,
You do one now.
monsieur.
You fucking do a French accent.
The other day when you did that, you sounded like Ratatouille
Yeah.
or whatever that. I'm pretty sure it was Ratatouille.
Yeah, you're like Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I'm so offended by that. Not Ratatouille.
I didn't think you looked like it. You just sounded
Like Ratatouille?
I feel like it was that movie. I don't know. It's a Disney movie,
I know it's a Disney movie.
and the chef in it.
No, I know Ratatouille.
Yeah. I don't know. He sounded like
You're
it.
digging your hole deeper.
Yeah.
I feel like just own it.
Yeah, okay. I'm Ratatouille.
See, you were the rat.
Okay, whatever, man.
He's so
As long as I'm Splinter.
He's so sensitive. Oh,
He taught the turtles.
just thought you would be the turtle.
You take what you can get, I guess.
All right. Didn't say that one.
So, I want to go to the next section, which is what you guys are watching right now. Okay. Have you watched anything lately?
I watch police videos on YouTube.
We're still watching that.
Oh, I can't stop. Midwest safety, crime, and I don't remember what the other one's, crime and something. But yeah, it's so good. Watching people get,
Is it like dash cams?
Arrested?
Or
yeah, it's like dash cams, body cams, everything. True crime, but it's all real stuff. It's usually like Ohio or Wisconsin. So people just do really dumb shit, and then I go, I'm never going to do that. I'm going to make sure not to do that.
So funny. Speaking of true crime, Stacey, what's the newest true crime episode you just listened to?
Listen to? Yeah, I haven't watched any more crime documentaries. But he told me about the Headley guy. Do you know about that?
Do you know this whole story?
Headless guy?
No, the Headley.
No.
Like the band.
Jacob Hogard?
Oh,
Yeah,
from the
it's like a
band?
weird last
From the
name.
band Headley?
Yeah. So
No.
do you know
Yeah.
Stacey?
I'll try not so chaotically, as we saw, we just posted a clip. Shane messaged me about it, Aaron's wife, because we reposted it. It was the most chaotic. I was like, is this how I share retells and stories all the time? He's like, yes. I was like, dear, maybe I shouldn't have so much caffeine. Okay, but anyhow, so he was arrested for rape, but it was 2 separate incidences, right? 3 separate. Okay, maybe Norma should tell this. But it was 3, but he was not guilty in 2 of them. And then the one he was found guilty, but they were like young girls. He found them on Tinder. He would like, I think he flew one of them from like Ottawa to Toronto or something, or like paid for her like train ticket or something. Never anything more Canadian than that. Take your train.
I know.
Crazy.
But I know, and then he was into some more wilder things, and then she kept saying like,
Wilder
I guess
than
she
rape?
said,
Jeez.
no, like she,
You're like, now I'm kind of curious. What is that?
no. So then, anyways, but
He was an aggressive lover in general.
Yeah.
that's what we'll call him.
And he
Anyways,
took it to the next level.
Yeah, but so the girl finally,
Like 50 Shades of Grey. Like,
I never actually saw that movie, so I don't know.
I think they have
but-
like a secret whipping room and stuff like that.
No, it was like
This guy was just very
peeing
violent
on,
against a
spitting,
person as I do
choking.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains it well,
Like
though.
like hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, like,
Yes.
leaving evidence.
Yeah, but I mean, like, consent's a real thing. So, like, this, he did not have consent.
Okay.
Anyways, he, like, denied it and denied it and denied it. He was found guilty, but the lawyer that he got,
Raped him too?
stop it.
Fuck. That would be kind of big karma though. But
It would be. Well, he did go to prison.
yeah, for 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow,
Which
that's
is
a-
like,
He just got
That's a
released. That's
slap.
why this is coming
It's a
out.
slap in the face.
no, so apparently in
Which he's used
Canada,
to.
that's like a longer sentence. Like, the girl was basically told, be happy with what you got.
Wow.
Because normally in Canada, they're not in prison for that long, which is crazy.
But to be honest, the things that it doesn't matter because it's all bad.
Yeah.
But the way that what he did was horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was like, I think it was like a 6. I think because she spoke out about it. The victim, she spoke out about
Mm-hmm. yeah, I
it.
just listened to a podcast, but
And
it's her
she was
in
like
it.
her name, like she was very
Yeah.
courageous. Like she spoke up. It's like she was not afraid of saying her truth,
Mm-hmm.
and which is the truth, by the way. But like it was like a 6-8 hour thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't let her leave.
It was torture. To be honest,
That
what she
sounds
went
like
through,
torture, yeah.
he was torturing her. It was awful. Like to the point where like I remember one thing that she said was like he would like during and after he would tell her to like he would spit on her face and be like, "You're a piggy, you're a pig," and like it was just horrendous. And then he just like got her an Uber or whatever, right?
But then he went into like,
Oh, nice.
right? What a gentleman. Went into a recording studio, called her, and basically was like, "Oh, I had such a nice time with you." And
Psycho.
crazy.
Yeah,
But he
gaslighting
recorded the
her.
conversation, I guess, as like trying to have it as like insurance to like say that in case she came back and said that it was rape, that he was like, "No, we like this was consensual. Like we talked about it." Anyway, the conversation did not like go exactly like that, and she was just like basically like, "Well, I guess you and I have different ideas of what like a good time is."
Yeah.
And so he recorded it, and then because I guess he figured that she was going to report him, and then they actually ended up playing it in court, I think. So the lawyer that they hired is the same girl who also, you know, those hockey players that like gang raped that girl.
Didn't they get let go though?
Who?
They didn't
one
get
plays
charged.
in the NHL. Yeah, one plays in the NHL now. I can't remember his name.
I'm so happy I don't have a TV.
Oh no!
You
this
watch
is a
police
podcast.
videos.
Yeah.
No, this is heavy.
It
I
is
know,
heavy.
but
I
this
did-
is
I
on a
did-
podcast. I listened to it, and I'll send it to you too if you want to listen to it. But I know it's
I have
crazy.
nightmares.
But yeah, and then but this lawyer who is also a girl,
I think he did that on purpose to hire
of
a girl
course,
lawyer,
yeah,
though, to see that like
defend him.
Yeah.
But she also defended
hockey players.
the hockey players. But there was also a designer, a Canadian one, who also was accused of sexual assault too, and she also represented him as well. So it's obviously like,
girl has no soul.
yeah, it's her niche, I guess.
Yikes.
Anyways, so they did, but the Jacob, what's his last name?
It's gonna bother me.
So the Headley guy, his like fans, they made like awful like chats about this girl, said
Hogard,
like Hogard,
which is an awful name.
yeah. Just that she like made it up and it was just for clout and like all this kind of stuff. And then his wife went on these like chats and like basically just like added fuel to the fire about the victim. And
So
like
he was married too.
he's married with a child.
A son.
And then, so there was something in the parole, when he applied to get parole, he was denied full, like,
Full day.
because he still wasn't admitting that, even after, like, the however long he was in jail for, he still wasn't admitting that it was rape until they basically were like, you need to admit this to, like, get out. I guess that's, I'm sure what his lawyer said was just be accountable. So he finally had to say that, yeah, he did do this.
What was
They probably gave him a plea bargain for the other two.
No, he was
not-
actually
not guilty.
Not guilty.
Wow.
But one was like 14 or something. She was young.
Yeah.
Crazy. No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah,
And I wish I never did.
I only found out because like honestly I used to love Headley. I used to like love the songs.
Yeah.
And then obviously during that whole situation I'm like fuck I gotta delete all these songs.
And I bet the lyrics in those songs are probably like, I'ma love you, kiss up on you. And then in real life, he's like, fucking.
Well, there's
Texas
actually
Chainsaw
one
Massacre.
that's like I'm so crazy for you, and I'm like back in the day I was singing that I'm like damn this guy was telling us.
Isn't it crazy how like somebody like that will write those lyrics and then be a monster, and then someone like Eminem will write his lyrics and just be a normal guy?
Right.
Well, I don't do you know 9 Inch Nails?
Yes, but I've never really listened to.
So
The
their
lyrics
song
and everything.
"Closer," which is a great song, literally the quote, the beginning, it's like, "I want to fuck you like an animal.
Oh, yeah.
I want to feel you from the inside." Anyway, he's not charged with anything, but I just think that's a very aggressive lyric.
Very, very aggressive.
Yeah, he's good. Don't worry, he didn't do anything bad.
It's good for what we know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. But yeah, so he had all these like therapy in prison. He went to prison for 5 years, and then as you just said, like they're like he tried to go for parole, and they're like, this is not happening. Like you're still denying
Got,
your
like, day
family.
parole or something like that, but they still wouldn't let him out all the time. Like he had to check back in at night.
And he's not allowed to have social media. And every time he has his parole officer, every time he has any kind of relationship of any sort with a female, he has to let them know, like whether if it's a friendship or whatever, he has to let them know, like, I don't know, I just think it's crazy.
Wild.
The system's too lenient.
The wife is still with him.
Yeah, that's my question. So it wasn't clear. Was he married when? The
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, he was.
No.
Yeah, he was. Look it up.
Because it happened in 2016. He
No,
got
it
married in
happened
2018.
multiple times. Yeah, but it's still, he had that child in court.
How do I Google this?
You just Google.
Yeah, how do I
Jacob.
Google this without the FBI coming after me?
Yeah, remember?
Use ChatGPT. You'll get to it.
Who knows if it's right?
Who knows if it's right? Great catch.
Yeah, and then you respond to ChatGPT and say, "Is this right?" And it'll go, "Great catch." It's good to push back on that.
Yeah. But yeah, the wife was awful to her. So.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's almost
And
like.
then she said, so the victim said in like, I think it was in court, that the lawyer basically like badgered her to the point of like just admitting whatever the lawyer wanted to, just so like it would be over.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it said.
So the timeline is in 2005 to 2009, he was married to his high school sweetheart. They divorced in 2009. To 2016, the incidents that led to his later criminal charges occurred during this period. He was not married at this time. July 23rd, 2018, he was arrested and charged with sexual assault related offenses. December 31st, 2018, while those charges were still pending, he married Canadian actress Rebecca Asselintine from Vancouver.
Never heard of her.
So this girl married him
Yeah.
while those charges were happening.
And how old's the kid? Is the kid with the first wife or the second wife?
I think the second one.
So then she had a child with him. Crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
with the second wife.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I know, right? It was a wild
'Cause
podcast.
it's like, is he that much of a manipulator, gaslighter, control freak, or like what role does she play in this as complicit? Right? Like she knew everything that was going on.
You think?
Well, even after though, she like would write on the blog saying like this girl's just making it up, da 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 da.
Well, I think every
Like-
rock star
Yeah.
wife like has to come to terms that if you go on the road, like they're not. Even I remember I watched a documentary with John Bon Jovi, and his wife was. He's known to be like such a nice guy. Like I don't know if you know, but John Bon Jovi's restaurant that he has, I can't remember where. When you go in, you will pay whatever you can pay at that time. He allows that. So he's known to be like a nice guy, but his wife fully admitted like they had an arrangement that like when he's on the road, he's on the road, but when he's home and he's not on the road, he has. So I think when you're in that world, they all cheat.
I wonder if she followed that too. She's like, "Bye!
sure.
I can't wait for you to go on the road, honey. See you later."
Yeah, I'm gonna go see my
The
personal
neighbor's
trainer.
coming over.
It's always a fucking personal trainer.
Yeah. John Bonner Jovi.
Bonner Jovi, oh my gosh. But I think the creepy, not the creepiest, but a crazy quote that when he admitted was, yes, I knew it wasn't consent, and I knew at the time that I knew during it that she was not consenting. So gross. I know. This is crazy. True crime. What's it called again? The podcast? True crime, Canadian true crime podcast?
I honestly was just
I would love to get her on the pod. That'd be crazy.
I know, right?
That would be a heavy
I don't know. It
episode.
came up on my
true.
Instagram because my phone was listening, obviously,
Yeah,
to
and
our
it said he
conversation.
admitted to it or whatever, right?
Yeah, because he did finally, after all these years.
But he just admitted just so he can get
He could get a parole.
Parole, whatever.
Yeah, just so he could get parole, so that he could, and then even then he didn't get full parole,
No,
which I
here's-
guess is not normal in Canada. Like I think,
Oh yeah?
yeah, and she didn't even know, too.
Oh
So,
really?
yeah,
Did they even
like-
notify her?
No, so apparently in Canada you have to register yourself to know. So she didn't even know there was a parole hearing for him. So the victims of these crimes don't even know.
Crazy.
So he could have gotten parole, been let out, and she would have no idea.
But he is
she-
not allowed contact with, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, but it was because a Toronto Star reporter reached out to her for like a comment
And
on
she's
like an
like-
article, and she had no idea that he was even getting
Wow. Wait for trauma to get
parole.
back to you.
Yeah,
Straight
right.
up.
So and then she found out you actually have to like register to like know. I don't know. I'm like, if you're a direct victim, how is that not just like a?
Should be the first to know
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, like automatically.
Hopefully, you've been watching something more positive.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but I heard about all the whole thing of Taylor Swift getting married.
Yep.
But that flooded the social media for like a day or two. And closing down, was it July 3rd or July 4th? When
It
did
was
she?
Independence Day weekend.
Did
yeah.
she take her private jet down the runway? And
No, she like closed a bunch of roads in Manhattan on like Independence Day because they got married at Madison Square Garden, apparently. But then I don't know. I've seen so many conspiracy theories that they weren't even there. They got married somewhere else. But there was way too many celebrities there, except
true.
Blake Lively.
I know.
She wasn't there. So, but yeah, kind of crazy to close all those roads down. But
Yeah, like obviously
did Headley perform?
I feel like
he was stuck in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he got out by that time.
I saw something. I think you sent it that she performed, and I was like, ooh, I don't know why, but that makes me so cringe. That's so cringe to me.
cringy. Yeah, that's
To like
Adam
performing
Sandler
your own
officiated
wedding.
their wedding.
Yeah, I don't know. It all seemed just very like
Performative.
Swift.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
I
It
talked
just
about
didn't
this
seem it.
with somebody, like any billionaire.
Yeah.
Any billionaire. I'm not even going to target her. Any
Yeah.
billionaire, they think differently. They're like, imagine waking up and being normal that somebody's going to give you a protein shake and make your meals and take you to the gym. Like, that's a norm.
No, I know.
There's
Like-
no purpose.
Like, they live
or
in a different
drive.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, like when we talked about, well, yeah, just her as an example. Just like you get up and what do you have to do? What do you have to do for your day? You don't have to do anything. You
Yeah.
have a team of people
To do
who
it all
does
for
everything
you.
for you. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, I feel like that's, I don't know. I don't feel like that's even living.
I mean, that's one way to live.
You're like, I wouldn't mind it.
Like you,
I wouldn't
like,
mind prep shop dropping some
Yeah,
meals
right?
But we all,
Discount code, get alpha.
we all love we love being creative. We love the
Yes.
struggle. Like there's obviously you want things like financial freedom, but say you've done that, what's left to do? Like obviously she still does music, she tours and all that stuff, but that's a business venture still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she makes the majority of her money. It's like
Yeah.
what left? What's your purpose? What are you doing?
Yeah, I just think it's just a different. When you get to that billionaire status, it's just a different. I can't even imagine. It's such a different world.
What are your thoughts on billionaires keeping or hoarding their money? Like, let's say Elon Musk becoming the trillionaire. Obviously, it's not
Crazy.
physical cash,
Yeah.
but think of, I think of as an entrepreneur, if I were to take the risk and I were to make that much money, I would want all that money because I've earned it. But being reasonable and realistic, I could never spend. You can't spend that money if you spend. I think it was if you spend $1 million a day. If you have $1 trillion, it would take you like 2,000 years or
I think I read something like
maybe
that
more.
too.
But like, at what point? And this is not to say that he hasn't created more millionaires through his business as well, which he has. So obviously there's the giving back aspect. But at what point do you need all that money for? And like, what else could it be used for? Homelessness, feed people. It's like, that's not your obligation. Completely understandable. And you're free to do whatever you want with your money. But what's with all the hoarding? Does it become more than money? Does it become power?
Of course. I think it's like an addiction.
I think too. Like, for example, like Jeff Bezos. Like, he's a billionaire. That man legitly sold books from his garage, and he's sending his wife into space, like as a like.
Don't send her back.
But like, I don't know, but maybe there gets a point in their head where they're like, I fucking earned this. I'm gonna do whatever I want with it. I'm gonna hoard it. I had sleepless nights. I was in a fucking garage shoestring, and they get selfish. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say selfish because like, if you earned it, you earned it. But
Then I think about like, at what point do, people will always support the little guy, they'll always support the underdog. And then there becomes a point where they get so big that they don't want to support them anymore. And I'm always trying to wonder, what point is that specifically?
So that's funny you bring that up, because Alex Hormozi talks about that on his podcast. When he was building the gym, everybody was like, oh, oh man, I hope you make it, blah, blah, blah. He was sleeping in the gym overnight and blah, blah, blah. And then when he made it, they'd be like, oh, big man's in the gym. And he's like, he got frustrated because he's like, what do you mean? Like, I did it. I did what you were supporting me, and you're going to stop because I actually did it. And it's one of those things. It's like the people around you, when they support you, do they just want to support you until you do better than them? And what happens when you do better than them? That's true support. You know, when you start making more money than your friend, and your friend was supporting you, how do they start acting? Oh, you're going to write this off? Oh, this is on you. And it's like, that reverts to the insecurities on the other side, right? And true friendship, like a lot of times people want you to do better, but most of the time not better than you.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, you know, we will support you, but whatever you're doing with your money publicly, we want to approve. You know, like why send your wife to space for 8 seconds when you could spend that money
With Katy Perry.
to give? Yeah, that's a nightmare. Blow that thing up. Jeez.
So true though.
Send it underwater or something. But like, how much was that? Like, let's say $500 million, $1 billion, whatever. I could think of so many better ways for that to be spent.
Yes.
And it's not my place to say that. It's not my place to suggest it. But every time I think about stuff like that, like Taylor Swift taking her private jet to Starbucks, you know, and it costs $5,000 in gas. It's like, just walk. Just get somebody to go. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
get
are
like
so
4 bodyguards and just walk with
you
them.
have so much excess that it doesn't make a dent. It doesn't even, it's not even noticed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's so interesting because like even like going through the process with like the beverage, and we met 2 multimillionaires, right? And like our investor, you would never guess the amount of success he's had. And it's just so interesting. It's like, what's the level? What does it take for a person to not become that? You know what I mean? Because our investor, like, and somebody else we met, they seem like really down to earth, chill people.
Yeah.
They don't have to waste any time with us.
Yeah.
You know, they've made it out. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And they choose to trust the process, right? And it's not to say like like billionaires and whoever aren't doing that. But it's just these trips, these expeditions, these things. It's just like, man, like, it's like the middle class is like gone. It's like completely rich or just trying to get by.
Yeah.
It's like you have more GDP than most countries.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you should donate it, but maybe you should.
Well, I mean, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the week of or the month of Taylor Swift closing down that, she donated $26 million to New York, right? And so people are like, okay. But my question is that
Like
just...
to the,
Like to the city?
Like when we New York, like that, it's gotta be some
Let me
charities.
see.
Yeah.
On that though too, like say a truly good person, right? Like is gonna donate privately.
Yeah.
Because you don't like, you know what I mean? They're not looking for, oh look at them, they did all this great work and stuff like that. So the billionaires that are doing it, probably we're not seeing it. And like, but then I totally understand the frustration where it's like, well, why are you going to space? It's a waste of
Yeah.
money.
A waste of space.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't like.
But don't you get bored?
No, Tony Robbins, for example.
Yeah.
I believe he's a billionaire. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's now a billionaire,
He gives like his goals are to like feed a nation. Like he every year he feeds tens or hundreds of thousands of families or something like that. Like that's great. Like he does well.
So on it,
But he does it. But I think he does it publicly so that he can feed even more people. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna donate 100,000 meals to families in need this Christmas. Help me raise more, and let's do 200,000. So he does it publicly, right? But yeah, like you know, you got the celebrity billionaires that it doesn't look like they're doing anything, it is frustrating. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they all do. For one, let's be honest, tax benefits,
loophole, yeah,
and
for
also
sure.
like it looked like, and some people, as you just said, are probably doing it silently. Like I have a client, and he's very, 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 very rich. He told me the other day that he donates 600 grand to a school in Africa every year to help them get books and stuff like that.
Awesome.
He self-admits, obviously, that's a tax thing, but he doesn't, talk about it. He's a multimillionaire. No, he does not. None of that.
I think celebrities have to though.
Yeah, I think their PR was
They
like,
have
girl,
to
you.
announce it because then it's like you have all this money. What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
So then, if they
That's a
were
good
to
point.
do it and like they anonymously, then people would assume they're not doing anything.
All right, guys, we'll get back to the podcast, but I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to our sponsors, Northern Hydration. So it's a Canadian company. They sell electrolytes. They have lemon, they have lime, they have orange. My favorite is the orange. It's one of the best flavors in my opinion. But use our discount code GetAlpha10. Other than that, let's get back to the episode.
So
Is it a check of the box
yeah,
kind of
it's
situation?
just a checklist. Yeah, they just check it off because they have to do it for the public perception that they're like giving back and whatever. And I mean, honestly, it's free money to whatever charity. Like for whatever your reasoning is to doing it, at least it's helping.
It is helping. You can't deny that. So I looked it up. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce jointly donated, which is probably mostly her, not him, because his net worth is like 80 million.
Poor
I
guy.
don't know. He's been playing for a long time. He's got a podcast.
But he's doing better now since he's been
Oh
with
yeah,
her.
of course.
Yeah, he had what did he had, like a 40-page prenup that he had to sign?
Probably.
Yeah, crazy. So donated 26 million to charities across the United States this year in July alone. So to food banks in New York,
Yeah.
Children's Hospital in New York, music and education program, and animal welfare.
They
Dang,
just
I like all those.
just
Yeah, they're
hit
good.
They knew.
They're like, which are the best?
Yeah, we have the best PR team. Pick the most.
Dude,
the
they
best
covered
causes.
food banks, children, music,
Yeah.
and fucking animals.
Yep.
But people, look, they still complain that they closed the streets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
well,
donated how much money? And it
26
still
million
didn't even
in 1
matter.
month. 26 million in
Yeah.
1 month.
Because all people now are saying is like basically how delulu they are to like think that it was okay on like their national holiday to then close all of these things, impact all of these businesses, impact all of these families, and it didn't even matter. Like they're still, I feel like no matter what you do,
It is a lose-lose. When you're a
Yeah.
billionaire, it's a
Yeah.
lose-lose.
Well, like I think Mr. Beast is a good example of that, right? Because he a lot of people come down on him online, and he's giving away.
Doesn't he play weird games with people though? Like survive in this fucking place
But
for
before that,
6 days with no
before-
food.
Go to space
and be
with Katy
naked.
Perry for a day.
What was that?
Go to space with Katy Perry for a day.
I'll
Try
give you
not to
$1 million.
blow your brains
yeah, it
out.
would be pretty
Well,
awful.
people come down on him for like giving away a Lamborghini or something, and he uses that as marketing and promo for the video.
Didn't he cure people in Africa for blindness?
He drilled a lot of wells in
Yeah,
Africa. That was
yeah.
amazing.
So I heard that those wells weren't kept up with, and a lot of them are actually like vacant now
Well, that's the problem though.
because they didn't have the money to continue to keep those up. Yeah, that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
So that's the thing. People coming down
Making-
on him,
making
right?
shit
It's
up.
Like he can't keep a team there, right? Like that's where the government has to step in, and that's what like basically why people come down. The government came down on him because he made the local governments look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's doable, right? Why haven't you done it?
Yeah,
Right? But I think the reason for the like if you gave away a Lamborghini, people were like, "Oh, the guy can't afford the insurance on this." Like, dude,
Well,
well,
that-
sell it. Like people don't like.
Well, that happened to Oprah. Remember,
Or-
Oprah gave everybody a car, and then she didn't know they couldn't afford the insurance.
Yeah.
And then it was like they had to lease some part of it, or it was crazy. It's like they gift it, but it's like,
It's still not good
Sell
enough.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like tone deaf. You know, it's like you think you're doing a good thing, but you're so financially above all these people that you can't even fathom that maybe they can't even afford the insurance.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe they can't even afford to get it registered. Maybe they don't have a active license. You know, like maybe that's thinking too far off, but
But those are
a
all
lot, a
things.
lot of times, like I think Mr. Beast spoke. I was like, actually, they could take the money option. They don't have to take
Yeah.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That's right,
Like
yeah.
it's just like the Lamborghinis for marketing and purposes, but like we give them cash where they want it,
Yeah.
right? It's like
But I think it goes back to what you say. Like people will find a complaint about
Yeah,
anything if they
different
want.
salt in it,
Yeah.
no matter what.
And I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that it almost feels like they're gloating, you know? You're telling us your net worth is $50 billion, and most families are trying to just get by month to month, you know? So it feels very disproportionate. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. It just seems like a interesting dichotomy.
Her net worth is $2 billion.
Who?
Taylor Swift. That's
It
crazy.
makes sense.
I mean, it's been actually pretty crazy to see her skyrocket.
Yeah,
I remember when she ditched country.
I do too. I took
That
it
was rough. I
personally.
still remember Taylor. And to see her like transcend and like become it's crazy. I mean, remember it was cheaper to fly to Paris to get
Yes.
a concert
Last
ticket
year.
and watch it there than to watch it in Toronto.
Yeah, because it
Wow.
was so
That's
expensive
fucked.
here. I had students at my school. They were like, "We're going to Paris for the weekend," and I was like, "Sorry," and they're like, "The Taylor Swift concert," and I was like, "That's
It was cheaper to do that.
crazy."
So 2 things on that. I think her $2 billion is probably worth is probably more liquid because it's not done from investments,
No.
right? And it's not counted. That's like almost money she's earned. I'm sure she's invested a bunch of it,
Yeah.
and she's got like property everywhere and stuff like that. But most of it is like from actual income, where you take Elon Musk for example. Well, most of it is in like stocks, right? And he can borrow against that. Like
Yeah.
it's still money that he can get access to if he needs it.
Yeah.
But I feel like $2 billion for a musician is way more than like a founder that has stock. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because it's more liquid.
Yeah, I guess so. And it honestly, even the hype, like every time she brings out an album, people are like, they're ready. Like girls, like they get ready.
There's just so
Yeah.
much behind her. Spotify promotes it. You know, all the biggest names promote it. She's like, kind of
And
feels
God
like,
forbid if they divorce.
No,
Well,
but
it's
he
nothing
sent
off
me
her
a
back.
thing that the weekend that they chose, he sent me a
There's
video.
a conspiracy theory right
Yeah, so that basically when they divorce, I mean, hopefully they
Yeah,
don't.
hopefully they stay together.
But when they divorce, she's already got the album for her Independence Day.
'Cause she got married
July
before.
4th is Independence Day. So they're already like
They're planning
pre-planning these people's divorce for her album. That's
And if it
awesome.
happens, that's crazy.
I
it
know.
does feel very performative sometimes. You see what goes on in the world and you're like, this has to be scripted. There's no way
thought
people would
that
normally act like
originally
this.
with their things. Remember things like leaked and it was like their agreement because celebrities will do that. Like they have like a contract relationship and they were like, oh, after the Super Bowl they're gonna break up or whatever, and then none of it ever happened.
Yeah, I think they actually like each other.
So hopefully you're married, so I hope,
Hope so.
It's like, I need new content. We're getting divorced.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, how much do I get out of this?
Yeah.
She's like,
Probably not that much,
I'll give you 400 million.
right?
He's like, okay. Don't say anything too bad.
Would love to see that prenup.
40 pages. So was it 40 or 20? It doesn't matter.
Either way.
It doesn't matter. He can't read anyways.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so funny.
Sign here, he just drools on it.
So funny. He's actually pretty funny.
He's hilarious.
He's actually pretty. I've listened to a couple of clips on his podcast. He's actually pretty funny.
He's very funny.
His brother's
His
a dum
brother's-
dum.
No, I don't think he's. I
think he
think
plays
just
it up?
plays the big oof, but those two guys are not dumb by any means.
Hmm.
Look at what they've
Maybe
done.
not dumb, but maybe a bit of CTE.
I mean, yeah, but
Stacey never wants to admit to CTE for football.
no, it's a real thing.
I know it
but
is.
they're changing the helmets. There's neurologists there now. It's better than what it was.
Yes, it was. It is.
Okay.
Sorry, it is.
At least
all
they're not
this-
soccer players pretending to be hurt, rolling around on the ground.
We have all this
It's ridiculous.
technology,
I could co-sign with that.
and you can't put a chip or something inside a helmet to detect force, CTE trauma, any of that. Why not? I don't
I'm
know.
sure Elon Musk has something. He's like, just call me.
Yeah,
do
he's
it."
like, I'll just give you a new spine.
He's like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because with the faking the injuries, I can't remember who brought it up, but somebody said because they go out and play again. So if the referees, I don't know how they worded it, but if the referees for soccer would be like, okay, you're injured, you can't play, they would probably tough it out. Because they have to, they'd be like, oh, no, I'm fine. Like, okay.
It's like the 8 count in boxing.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yep.
can't can't with men's soccer. You watch like a women's soccer game, they are like
Yeah.
bleeding from their nose.
Yeah, it's true.
They are limping off the field. You like see them getting elbowed in the face. And then I love the replays of men's soccer, and no one even touched them, and they're like, they're just like dying.
Did you guys see?
And nothing happened to you.
Did you guys see the? I didn't watch any of the FIFA stuff. I only heard about
neither.
this, but
Either.
there was a call in a game. I don't know any of the
The
players.
red card?
The red card.
Yes.
So there was a red card in a game, and President Trump called
Yeah.
the president of FIFA to have that call overturned.
Yeah.
And they
were
overturned
playing.
it.
They overturned it.
Yeah.
And they lost really bad.
It's like nothing is more men's soccer than that. Nothing.
It's crazy because like
Every
FIFA
feeling
already
was hurt.
has
Yeah, right?
yeah the FIFA already has such a bad rep for being corrupt.
Yeah.
That just like proved it.
Yeah.
Like what was that call?
I can't.
Overturn it.
I can't do it.
I can't-
I can only do the hand thing.
Yeah. I get to. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the greatest overturn in history.
That's
It was
pretty
my overturn.
good. It's my overturn. So
I made the call.
okay, let's get into the retrospective part.
Wait, we've been filming?
So episode 23, we had Lexi back on.
Oh,
So we got Lexi to come back to the show second time. I feel like this time because she met us. Because the first time that Lexi was on, that was actually the first time we met. And usually what we do, we try to have a phone call, try to meet with them. So like it was like very much like a first time meet. So it was really nice because I feel like when she came back on the episode, she was a little bit more, obviously she knew us, so there was more comfortability there. But she talked about how she runs her 60-day challenge. So what she does is she actually gives them a meal plan to set the path. And then after 2 weeks or so, she transitions them into flexible dieting. So she gives them like structure to get better. And then she starts teaching them like you can have, let's just say that's Snickers or whatever. She tries to really help them with that. So I think that, what do you guys think about that approach? I think that's interesting because a lot of times it's like either the flexible or the meal plan,
Yeah.
opposed to like transitioning into both.
I like it because I think it gives people a little bit of both. So like maybe you try it very structured and then you move to flexible, but maybe you actually do better with the structure so you can kind of see both of what could work for you. So I like that. Especially as a coach, I think it gives you a chance to know your client and their strengths and their weaknesses or where they might need a little bit more extra support.
What do you think, Aaron?
I don't think Aaron was listening.
Yeah. So with your people, when you did it, was it just a specific meal plan, or did you help them with flexible dieting when they asked?
We did both, depending on like if they're in a challenge or what was going on. Usually flexible dieting, but if not, I really encourage the cheat day or the cheat meal, depending on the client, how long they've been at it. Sometimes it's a cheat meal, sometimes it's a cheat day.
Cheat days can be so dicey, though.
Yes.
I don't mind about the meal, like an extra.
What
Like,
we would do is then if it was a cheat day, before each cheat, they had to do 4 minutes of exercise.
4 minutes? Oh. For insulin sensitivity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree with all you guys. I kind of am on the fence about both. Like it's individual, right? But I think like no meal or no food is inherently bad.
Yes.
It's just calories in versus calories out, and take into account your exercise, your capacity, what you're burning, and as long as the scale keeps dropping or the weight keeps going up, if you're trying to build muscle, it's largely dependent on that. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. She also talked about Ozempic and how, because at that time when she was on, Ozempic was like really becoming a thing. Like really becoming a thing, even though I think it's been around like Hollywood for a long time.
It's been around, but
For
for
forever.
the actual.
I know, but I mean for recreational
Actual diabetes.
purposes, I should say. But she was just talking about how it can be dangerous when you live like a sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because some people want to do it for aesthetics and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't change your lifestyle, you'll lose muscle. You look like how many people have we met who've been on it and they look sick.
They look like Skeletor.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out
Yeah.
there who have done it and like changed their lifestyle and did it the right way. I guess, if they were prescribed truly from the doctor.
Also messes with your bone density too.
Yeah,
They just
huge.
found that out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is scary. I saw the picture of what it does, which is why weight training is so important in general,
you're on it,
but especially
too.
when you're on it. But she talked about like she understands it a little bit more when it came to obese people because they have a lot of food noise. But she was saying she understands that because that's a psychological thing. So what do you guys think about that? Like for people who are obese, like it makes a little more sense.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it can help kickstart you, but you can't rely on it.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit scary too because you self-administrate it, right? So like if you want to put a little extra more, you can. But I guess
I
that's
don't know.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't know enough about it to really have a true opinion on it. Like when I was younger, I was overweight, and it was just, again, exercise, literally changing certain things of my diet. Like I changed from pop to water, and the weight dropped off. And I think it's making smarter choices. I can't speak on anybody else. I haven't been in that mindset, but I think Ozempic and peptides and stuff like that have really been glamorized to the point where it's so normalized now that it's like if this person's taking it, I'm taking it. This person's taking it, I'm taking it. It's like this free for all, it seems.
And it's crazy because people are saying, like some people argue like there's who never would touch steroids or testosterone or whatever. They'd be like, yeah, I'll do peptides. Like they're healthier.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but you still have to do your studies, your research. Also, you have to like make sure like, is this what you want to do and not abuse it? So.
And I mean, I think Ozempic specifically as well has issues with like intestinal lining, stomach
yeah?
lining, issues with that. But again, I'm not even close to an expert, but I just think people need to heed with caution. I think everything that you need to do to lose weight can be done naturally. And that's not to say that that's the only answer. I think it's the perfect place to start. I think a lot of people would rather take Ozempic than go do 10,000 steps a day or not have, deep fried foods, change it to baked foods or
some more fruits or more veggies or more water.
That just sounds like it's so much more daunting. But as somebody who just started dieting when I got back into the gym, it was really mind-blowing to me how easy it really is and how once you create consistent patterns, you don't have food noise anymore. Like you don't really want to snack. You look forward to your next meal. Regardless, if it's chicken and rice and avocado, it's like that sounds gross to a lot of people, but when you're exercising and you have a plan and you're hungry, you don't really want, and you have a goal in mind, you don't really want to stray from that.
I agree. And then also if you're, if you're going to go out for dinner with your family on a Friday, you can create that balance in your life.
Absolutely.
I think that's the thing. It's like people think it's only one way or the other.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why you can't have both on this one. Like eat as, if you're going to go, let's say for Italian food that day, maybe try to have as much protein as possible. Try to get a little more extra steps if you can, as much water as possible, and enjoy your meal with your family. But people don't want to do that. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, I got that sausage McMuffin. Oh, my day is off. Okay, I might as well get a Subway. My day is off. I'm gonna have ice cream and pizza tonight. It's like it rolls over to one thing. It's just like no. Like eat as great as possible, as many whole foods as possible. And if that night you're going for wings with the boys and some beers, then enjoy it. But just try to hit your protein, hit your water, hit your workout if you work out, or just be more active.
Like one thing I found is like for myself, dieting it's not super complex once you get into it, but it's really hard to get yourself started because again, you're thinking just clean meals. You're like, that's not fun. That's going to be boring. Once you get into a routine of what it is and like you can create flexibility, that's when it really changes for you. You're like, I can have this entire pizza, doesn't matter. I can go out for wings, doesn't matter. But I think from the normal perspective, it seems like it's so much more complicated than it is. And it's more expensive You know, there's more prep involved. It's not as quick. And I think a lot of those things are maybe why people just don't bother.
Yeah, I was talking about this with a client actually today, where it's like he's having trouble meal prepping, and I just said what is it? He's like, is it when I get home from work, like I had a long day, and like he self admits like I'm tired, I just want to relax, and then all of a sudden it's 9 p.m. and he has to go to bed, and it's like, to me, I'm like, well then maybe, because everything is as much value as you actually see it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's valuable for him to have a meal prep service then. You know, is that valuable? Is that amount of money valuable to him because he doesn't have to think and it's already there for him? Only he knows, right? But if that's what works for him, that's what works for him.
Prep shop TO. Code get alpha.
So funny. I did tell him about that actually, but it's whatever works best for you. Like I know like the thing is meal prep Sunday, right? But if meal prep works better for you only for 3-4 days on a Tuesday, then do it.
Yeah.
You know, and make it fun. I think the thing is, like, people think discipline is a willpower thing, but discipline is a system thing. Yeah. You know, you create the right system, then you just follow it, opposed to just like white knuckling, like.
I think many people though who struggle with that though, they have to white knuckle it because they don't have the willpower or they haven't learned how to have that discipline at that point yet.
I suppose so.
So, like, I think you're thinking as like a trainer, but not necessarily as a client who's like struggled for so many years. Like to you, it's second nature. To me, to you, it's second nature. But for people who are just starting, it's not. And they want those things. So even like wanting to eat the chicken, rice, and avocado, like I don't think a lot of people, especially if you're trying to lose weight, not necessarily gain muscle, but lose weight, I definitely think it's, and if you don't enjoy cooking, like that's like a really hard thing I think like we've had for a lot of clients is like they don't enjoy the process, they don't like cooking, they want something that's easy, they're overwhelmed by it, or they don't think they're a good cook, or like they don't want to try.
Has been a lot of times we talk to people like openly, like, we'll help you with your food, and they're like, oh, do I have to track? I don't want to track macros.
I don't want to measure.
I don't want to measure
all that,
like,
which is fine. But sometimes it's just making little switches. But then because that then takes so much longer in the process, I think it's very easy for people to get discouraged.
Yes.
Yeah.
And things like that. So I don't think
I agree with that one.
Complicated. I just think it is hard for people to work that.
But I think that's why it's so important to get a trainer. If you truly have difficulty, honestly, if you have difficulty meal prepping, macros, all that stuff, then it is important for you to lose weight and important for you to get healthier, whatever that healthier looks for you, then it is worth the money because you're paying somebody to keep you accountable, hopefully, but keep you accountable, do it for you, and help you through the process. And I think that's what differentiates from like a good coach is like not making it daunting. You know what I mean? Like when you do meal plans, it helps with people. You give them options. You don't give them like you can only have your oatmeal. You give them like, here are 4 different kind of meals you can have, so you don't get bored of the meals, and I think that's what creates a better coach is like you give them options, but you're on the same path.
And being realistic too, like, you know,
and
what people are gonna eat or not eat.
Yeah.
Like if they, you know, need dessert or if they don't, like if I'm gonna sit there and be like, eat a bowl of fruit, you're not gonna do that if you're used to eating like a chocolate bar and popcorn every night. That's just not realistic. You're not going to be successful, or you're going to be successful for the 4 weeks that we have it, and then you're going to want all of those things again, and you're just going to go right back to those same habits.
I think there has to be two, like, and this is me being like a little bit more of like a harder coach, but like there has to be you have to be willing to grow in this process. We had somebody who refused to eat any veggies.
Yeah.
Not because they were allergic, not because they were just like, no, I just don't eat veggies. Yeah. And it's like, if you want this, if you want to be healthier, you gotta be open to this.
Yeah.
And if you're not at the end of the day, that's fine, but stop blaming other people.
Yes.
Everybody has to take accountability for their decisions in life eventually.
Well, there's clients that we've had where I've told them flat out, I'm like, this isn't gonna work unless you are open to it. Unless you're willing to change, nothing else is going to change.
Yeah.
And I do think sometimes people need to actually hear that.
And the biggest thing is women eating a little bit more.
Well,
and I understand there's like psychological things, but like the most successful girls that we've had, I'm just to speak on females, they were open to at least eating 200 calories more for like 4 to 6 weeks, had more energy, was lifting heavier, was their cardio was better because they were thinking better in the day because the hormones were better.
You feel better, you sleep better.
But they was just like, they're like, oh, but it's their fear of the weight fluctuating, right? So I don't know. It's a hard thing.
But the amount of times I hear like how surprised people are of how much food I eat in a day. And it's for everyone's benefit that I do.
You can put some food away for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm a girl who eats, but you have to eat. Like I don't know. First of all, you need it to live. Second of all, if I'm like trying to gain muscle or even lose weight, I still need to eat. But I think a big difference, like when we make meal plans for people and stuff like that, it's like I focus so much too on the micros, not just the macros. Where I think that's a huge issue.
Gap.
Yeah, I do. I think people need to eat more fruits and vegetables, different types of starches, and learn about what each food does for you other than just a calorie.
Yeah.
Because they all do something different.
I think a big thing too when we meet some people, again, specifically females, they're like, oh, I do well for 3-4 days, and then I will eat that bowl of chips, whatever. It's like, yeah, when you're eating 1,200 calories, you're gonna eventually be like, you're gonna gorge and eat something big, opposed to maybe eating 1,600 calories, being sustained, being satiated, feeling good, and then enjoying a meal, and then getting, they just, I wish they just get their head around that it's okay.
Me
It's
too.
just it's so interesting how food is, like you said, you need it to survive, yet it's hardly taught in schools. You take it in college, you pay for it. It's the basis of living, and most people just don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's all based on convenience.
Yep.
And it's
Taste.
based on hyper palatability. If I'm gonna have McDonald's for breakfast every day, and then I'm going to make eggs with egg whites and sourdough toast, that sucks in comparison.
Yeah, I love a sausage McMuffin. I won't lie with
Like
tomato.
Dude, the Mighty McMuffin, one of the greatest inventions ever.
Yeah. I just make sure I have a protein shake with it. That's all.
Yeah.
For me,
But yeah, I find nutrition, because again, myself, I could train as hard as I want, and if my nutrition's off, it's like having a 91 octane car and putting 87 octane in it. It's not going to run properly. And it's the same for the human body. You're putting foods that are hyper palatable, that are high in sugar, high in fat, it's not going to get you where you want to be at all. You're not going to think straight. You're not going to perform well. And those things are, I don't want to say treats, because that's I don't think of food as reward. But like a balance every now and then, you have a couple good meals a week, or like all through the week, 3-4 days, you eat strict. Sure, have something that you want, but then go right back to where you were.
And I think it's also about just enjoying what you eat. You know what I mean? Opposed to like an abundance. Like enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy these 3 slices of pizza, and I'm gonna have a salad with it to have some like leaves. Or I'm gonna add more veggies on this pizza, so I can it's simple things like that. But I think also there's too much information out there. You got one person telling you gotta fast for fucking 3 days. You got another person telling you that you gotta. What did Gary Brecker say?
1,200 calories.
The first 30 minutes of the day you gotta do activity, and then 30 minutes of protein, and then be fat. Like, just eat better. You know what's garbage. Like, people aren't stupid. You know, if you have 3 sausage McMuffins and you've had no water and you haven't eaten whatever, you're gonna feel like shit. Okay? It's just small things. More fruits, more veggies, and nobody's telling you have to have a fruit salad, but just maybe add an apple in a day. Or like, if you're gonna have a salad, maybe a little less dressing.
Or make your own. I make all my own, like, for the most part, like dips and dressings, because I like condiments way too much.
Yeah, I do too.
It's interesting to think about if somebody eats, like hyper palatable foods. I'm just gonna say that instead of fast food, because it's so broad. But
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what that meant. once.
Well, it's like super salty, super fatty, like very like mouth-watering foods, like Doritos, like stuff that's like scientifically researched to make you want more, to almost keep you addicted. Like if people eat like that all the time, their baseline for feeling shitty is normal.
Yes.
So it's like they've done this for so long that they don't even know what feeling better, like they don't even know that feeling better exists.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And it's just interesting to think about that from a perspective of being like that when I was younger, eating whatever I wanted, whatever, like the seafood diet. You know, my parents were just, you know, we got go to the grocery store, I got bags of chips and stuff for the family, but I'd eat the whole bag before dinner. Then I'd have dinner, then I'd have dessert, you know, and just looking back at that, it's just like, man, I could have just not done that, had a couple, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like just enjoy the bowl of chips. You know, if you want a bowl of chips after
I
a
think
meal,
that's a learned skill for people.
that is.
That
Especially
is
when they're made to be so
Yes.
So good.
And when you've had that habit for so long, that I think is almost sometimes harder than just not eating it.
yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people who can't have like any sort of junk in the house, because if it's in the house, they'll eat it. If it's not in the house, they won't eat it, and it's fine. But they'll eat it when they're out or whatever.
I'm the same way.
But then long term, like,
yeah, they won't know how to get it, but if it's at the house, they'll go for it.
Yeah.
If I buy junk food, like I love Doritos. If I
figuring
buy
this out about you.
if I buy like a bag of Doritos, it'll be gone in a sitting.
Yeah.
I won't.
What
I
an
won't.
interesting choice.
Yeah. But now
Cool Ranch or
Yeah, I was
Sweet
just
Chili?
thinking-
well, I
time.
like not the orange bag. That's the nacho. It's like the purple bag.
Like
no,
the
it's not.
heat one?
No, it's
The
not the sweet
spicy?
chili heat. It's
Oh,
like
sorry.
the bold.
Sweet chili
It's like a
heat's bomb.
bold nacho, so it's like extra dusty.
Good dust.
Yeah. But like Quest chips, for example.
Yeah.
They make Quest chips, which are 20 grams of protein per bag, and they are infinitely better than Doritos.
Like
No.
taste wise?
Yeah. Like incredible.
Probably super expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, like,
curbs the craving.
and you get it.
And the bag is like 32 grams. That's it. Once the bag's done, cool. And this goes back to us talking about energy drinks, about how, you know, a lot of people are dieting. They don't want something super sugary. So they'll just have an energy drink, curb that sweet tooth
Yeah.
without the calories.
Yeah.
And Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. I mean, I agree. So episode 24, we had Matt on the episode. So Matt had me on his podcast, the Revive Effect. So he came on to our pod. And I think it's always so interesting because I've been on 2 podcasts, Nicole and Matt. And just like the process of what they do, because we only know what we do, right? So it's been pretty cool to see other people do it. And he doesn't do the podcast now. He used to have the Revive Academy. So it was a place where he would have different perspectives on health and wellness to get people on a better path.
Yes.
And he was a really nice guy. That was a great episode, and he was a phenomenal talker. Really great at communication. And then episode 25 was with Liam Donovan. So this is when we did the lift, plunge, and podcast series. So we just talked about this, but that was just so much effort. I know we talked about it last time, but it was just we only did that twice, right?
Well, this time we went over to Reset too.
Oh,
we
you're
had-
right.
Oh, we had a location change.
Yeah, I mean, that was
So
pretty
that
cool to
was-
do that.
It was a nice break for sure, and it was
Yeah.
nicer to go because obviously Reset's so beautiful. But
Amazing, yeah.
So
But fun fact, the week of that, I had the flu, and I couldn't cancel on him last minute. We did a workout, and I'm just like, I was fucking dying. But I just had to,
you never would have known.
I had to suck it up. Fuck, my voice was leaving me too. So worse. But we chatted about psilocybin, yeah, and how he microdoses with it.
Cool with him. Psilocybin. Psilocybin.
Psilocybin. Yeah.
I was like, I don't think he's from here.
Helps with focus. The big takeaway from this is in the episode, he really talked about, this is the most he's actually opened up because he talked about his depression. And one of the things that really caused a lot of trauma was he was on the lake, on a lake with his dog, and the dog fell through, remember? And it died, and he he couldn't save any. He watched,
Blocked this
That's
part
awful.
'cause
and it created, and that happened when he was younger, and it created like a lot of trauma for him because I was like his
best friend.
Best friend.
Yeah.
So when he got older, he hid that shit away. He started partying, drinking, and he just felt really lost because Liam comes from a very established family. They're all so scholars, smart, and so I feel like he spoke about like he felt like he had to be on a certain path, and I kudos to him to breaking that path and getting into. That's how he got into his trauma. Is he did DMT and he got into microdosing to deal with himself and talking, and he understood how that helps, and that's why he wanted to help other people. He's not with his company was Neurodose. He's not with Neurodose anymore, but he still uses it because he's on good terms with them, obviously. But he also chatted about, because his dad has Parkinson's, how he eventually convinced his dad to do a trial run of ketamine, and he said it was a world of a difference.
Yeah.
How his father was like phenomenally better, and how like the indication of like ketamine is like, oh, that's a party drug, that's this and whatever, and his dad finally tried it and it was moving a lot better, and obviously it's still new, but they tried it responsibly, and I thought that was really nice that he opened up about his trauma, because we've known Liam for a long time and he never opened up about that. So, and I think it's always, there's a negative thing about guys opening up about trauma, right? And so it's just nice for him to be open and honest and vulnerable. So that's really nice. Next thing is what I'm reading, the podcast. Right now I'm reading Psychology of Money, and I just listened to a Hormozy podcast with Chris Williamson. I was talking to Stacey about this today. One thing that really stuck out was Hormozy talked about how people take like morning routines too seriously, and if the way that he described it was, if like you can't perform without your morning routine, your morning routine ends up running you. You don't run it. So he's like just saying like just make sure it's an additive, not like your baseline. So I thought that was really nice, because now we're in like a world of like, I don't do this for 2 hours and then I cold plunge and then I meditate, and then I think it's nice that I think it's nice that he was like, sometimes you just need a coffee and get to work.
That's it.
See, I told him I'm killing it. My lack of routine and absolute chaos. I'm like, see, I was made for it.
Right.
She
I
was.
You
have-
should sell that as a course.
Let me
funny.
teach you how to be super chaotic. It works.
So funny.
But I do think that that's a real thing, though. I think people rely too much on like if they've hit like A, B, and C, and I barely get to A, so
So funny.
I'm killing it. So
Yeah, and then the next thing, what's on my mind? Why do you guys think people defend out of shape trainers?
I think it makes people feel more relatable, like that they can relate more.
A lot of things I hear is, oh, they have the knowledge though. But it's like, I think the biggest thing rebuttal I hear to that, it's like, okay, but you're gonna go to a person who says they have the knowledge of saving but is broke.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to a homeless guy for financial advice.
I mean, you're not wrong though. But why is it so different when it comes to training? People defend out of shape trainers, and I'm not saying you need to get a six pack. I'm not saying you need to be freaking ripped. But for some odd reason, you clearly know when somebody's like out of shape.
Yeah.
But he has like a degree in kinesiology. Let's say I'm just making that up. It's like, yeah, but he can't apply it to himself.
Then how's he gonna apply it to you?
This last year and a half, I've read so many books on money, saving, and I've done so well for myself. I can't do that for other people. I have the knowledge of now of being so much better with money. I would never ever be like, let me do your debt and everything like that. That's crazy to me. And and this is people's health. You know?
I think, I don't know what I think. It's a touchy subject. I think A leads to B. If you're a personal trainer, there's an expectation of what you should look like. by society standards, you know, and I think that comes with, you know, muscles, not minimal, but less body fat than the average person, and a general look of overall health.
Yeah.
Because if you look healthy, you may not be healthy, but the perception is there.
Yes.
And I think that's the first thing people will see is based on that, they go, he looks healthy, he must be healthy. And then, you know, for example, I go to LA Fitness sometimes, not cheating on you guys, but some of the personal trainers,
his membership.
when I go outside to leave, some of the personal trainers are smoking.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And I'm like, you guys look like you're healthy. This
you're
is considered unhealthy by standards. Everyone has their vice. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, you guys look the part.
Yeah.
So everyone's just going to assume.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
I just think when you're, I don't know, and I don't, maybe it's not a good indication of it, but it's like, how am I ethically gonna tell you to eat, to have a little bit more discipline, to know the end goal, if I'm not gonna fucking do it?
Yeah.
You know, how am I gonna tell you you're tired today? We need to push through. You didn't work out yesterday. You gotta work out today.
Yeah.
If I don't fucking do that, if I can't push myself to eat better, learn, push myself ethically, how can I tell that to people ethically? You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Now, I do agree 1000%, just because somebody looks healthy does not mean that they're healthy, right? How many people do we know that like look phenomenal, but maybe their insides are torn up with like either performance enhancing drugs, or they're fasting, or they're super unhappy inside, or they have an eating disorder, or whatever, right? Yeah. But I just think that when it comes to health and wellness, you do have to be a standard, you know, and whatever that looks like I try to preach balance as much as possible, right? I will talk about like the closest I ever get with my clients is when I joke around and be like, oh, I had a great glass of tequila last night, or I went to go have wings. I remember one of our clients here, I was like, he asked me, he's like, do you like eat pizza? I'm like, of course I fucking eat pizza. That's crazy. And he's like, well, our last training, you know, it was chicken, broccoli, rice, no cheat days, cardio on double days. I'm like, that's great, but you know, to me, food is also about like hanging out with people.
Yeah.
You know,
Social.
it's social, and it also doesn't have to be negative.
And also, you need to reset yourself. You need to allow yourself those.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to use the word reward, but it's like the closest thing that is understandable.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, go out and be with your family, go out, be with your friends, make memories. Like, it's not really about the meal.
No.
You know,
How many
about
times
the
have we had a
experience.
great conversation or just laughed when we were just having sushi in a meeting?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think it's all about how you look, though. Like, even like when we take pictures or post things, like, you know, we're cautious of how we look, because if you're going to our website and we don't look the part, why would you assume that we can help you?
Yeah. But that's
Like,
my thing. It's like, we need to do it for ourselves
Yeah.
to help other people.
I don't think you have to be like a bodybuilder.
No, not at
but
all.
Like,
Not at all. But you have to be
You have
active.
to practice what you
Yes.
preach.
Yeah.
And you have to put yourself in the trenches, you know, in a sense, to really, like, I would never tell someone what to do. Generally, I try not to ever tell anyone what to do, because I don't feel like that's my business. But you have to have gone through it to give your experience on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, every individual has their own struggles, their own journey, their own everything. So it's not a one size fits all. It's like everybody has to be treated individually to find out what they need for themselves. And, you know, we're in a society where it's always comparisons, and most people feel lost. Like, I want to look like that guy. What does that guy do?
Yeah.
Well, that guy eats chicken and rice, takes steroids all day. Okay, well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you
think-
tell me he doesn't eat pizza? Like, he does, he doesn't? Like, it's so individual for each person that I think it really starts with small steps, like getting somebody into the gym, then their food comes next, and then discipline, consistency.
Yeah.
But I think really it's like we said, the food is social. I think The gym is just as much of social as that is, you know? Every time we come in here, everybody's talking to each other, everybody's saying hi, everybody puts their head down to get it done. And there's something to be said about that, especially in most gyms where there's a collective group of people who are all there individually.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so what's coming next? So we got a lot. We got Nicole Servinas coming for a retro. We have Jamie from Everest coming on. We got Luke from Ab Nutrition. So we're rolling with some beautiful episodes so far this summer. So yeah, it's gonna be good. This was a good little pod. This was fun.
It's fun.
Guys, subscribe, listen. If you're listening on Spotify, share. Watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and other than that, we love you guys. Ciao.